Hello, fabulous Taurus. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of January 2015, Love Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. This month, in the context of love, we, of course, always want to look at your ruling planet, the goddess of love, Venus. And this month, we are going to have, for much of the month, really right out of the gate, pretty much early in the month, we have got your ruling planet, Venus, moving through the very top of your chart. A part of the sky for you that has to do with life purpose on the one hand. It has to do with achievement. It has to do with respect and people who embody what it is that you respect. People in a position of authority as well, power players, if you will, as well. And it is a part of the sky also that has to do with really the direction that you believe is the best direction to go, the direction that you believe you're called to go in as well. And so when I see this taking place, I mean, first of all, as I spoke about in the general focused horoscope, what an important part of the sky this is this month for you, and actually into next month as well, in terms of other areas of life not having to do with love. But in the context of love, having your ruling planet up there, having your ruling planet be about love as well, speaks volumes about your need to feel that you are with someone that you respect on the one hand, and someone who is headed in the direction that you either want to go or actually embodies that direction that you desire to go as well. And so it is not uncommon at this time to see this, to find favor, if you will, especially romantic attention from people in positions of authority, okay? And it does look like, I gotta be honest, it does look like at least there's gonna be some flirting it's very sort of subtle, and may leave you feeling a little bit like, okay, what was that? That was kind of flattering, but I'm not sure how I feel about that, if that was appropriate or not. And so that's going to be up to you to decide how to navigate and how to move forward. But there is an element playing out here that does have to do with looking at the balance and power as well in terms of either your current relationship or in terms of the attractions that you may experience this month. So those of you who are in an established bond, I do think that this month is going to work out with you saying, okay, are you going the way that I'm going? How do you fit into my life purpose? And I actually think that the chance of you coming up like very sort of on very much by surprise, just relaxing, sitting around with your partner, and all of a sudden this whole brainstorm starts coming up about what you could do together, what you could build together. Work-wise, career-wise as well, what matters to you most together? What direction do you together most desire to go in? For a small percentage of you, I gotta say, if you are with somebody, because the question is so much around respect this month, if you are with somebody whom you feel that there is a lack of respect in terms of whether you're feeling respected by this person or you don't know if you can really respect this person. If that question should come up, this is going to be a month when you're honest with yourself about that and you make a change as a result. In fact, I do think for a small percentage of you out there, if you know you're in a relationship with somebody who you don't really respect, you don't consider your equal, this is going to be a month where you're going to have that realization and very quickly make changes. But it does look very positive. Overall, it looks like a positive development. And so if change is what you want, that's what you will have. But it looks like there's lots of cosmic support for Venus moving through this part of the sky, especially those of you in an established bond. Those of you who are dating somebody, then this whole idea of are you going where I'm going, is what important to me, important to you as well, is likely to come up. And so this is good. Again, this is about you sort of understanding if this person fits into where you like to go. Is there anything that you need to change, adjustments you need to make, or is it really that it is about this person and not so much about you? And is it that you need to move forward, or is it that you need to make changes and be more accepting and to consider where maybe your perspectives have been a little bit too dogged? That's likely to arise as well. Those of you who are not in an established bond, as I opened by saying, it does look like attractions are going to be there. They're going to be there from people who are either an embodiment of where it is that you'd like to go, or maybe in a position of authority as well. There's likely to be some flirtation there as well. But it looks like all around, I gotta say, the climate with this part of the sky is so varied this month that I just can't help but feel, as I look at this, that strive to be true to yourself. That's really all that matters. And if it feels right to you to move forward, do that. Also, look at where maybe you may be, because this person might really look good on paper, like really is what it comes down to. The person looks good on paper. If the reality doesn't resonate or doesn't feel right, strive to be honest with yourself about that. And if you're telling yourself it doesn't resonate, strive to be honest with yourself about why. Is it genuinely that it's something about this particular dynamic, or is it you? That's going to be part of your learning opportunity now. But it does look like ultimately there is admiration and there is desire for somebody who is, in your eyes, you're putting up on a little bit of a pedestal or a little bit of an elated position, and you really don't need to have it go in a direction that doesn't feel comfortable for you, especially if you are being very true and honest with yourself every step of the way. And that's really true for all of life, and regardless of your relationship status. When you are listening to yourself constantly, when you are checking in with yourself, and when you are listening to what it is that you really want and what it is you're really feeling, then you make decisions that lead you to places that help you feel a sense of peace within. When you don't listen, I think this is pretty universal. When you don't listen, when you know something's off, but you feel like you got to go and continue along the path anyways, doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It just means that you're likely to learn some really valuable lessons as a result of continuing down a path. And one of those things that you may learn is that when something isn't feeling completely right, you've got to trust that feeling as well. One thing is for sure, though, this month, the universe wants you to think about power, wants you to think about respect. What does that mean to you? Just as Aretha Franklin saying so long ago, what does that mean to you? And from that understanding, you're able to come to a different place where it comes to love, where it isn't necessarily about someone who has a lot or has achieved a lot, but helps you to feel that you are also in an elevated place, and helps you to feel that you are moving your life in a very positive direction as well. Because you certainly are this month. You are making moves and you are moving up the ladder, part of an extended process, yes, but this month, your partnerships established and those that you wish to cultivate are certainly part of the process and part of your understanding of what love is going to mean to you.